Recording in progress.
This is a perspective at the moment, just since it's officially now the elimination of playoff contention. How do you put it in perspective?
I would say this was a season that we just didn't get it done. We had the tools. Some things was out of our control. Some things that we could control. Some things we couldn't. And it's nothing else more than we didn't get it done. I mean, you can't make no excuses about it. We just didn't get it done.
Bill?
No, basically since that game in New Orleans, you guys have been in back against the wall, super high leverage games. And what is internally, how do you feel like psychologically you guys as a group kind of responded to that pressure? I mean, obviously the wins aren't there, but what was it like to be in that locker room as it was getting more and more tense?
Yeah, I mean, we was there. I mean, we stayed together. You didn't see much of people just just straying away from each other. It's weird. The fact that we knew our backs was against the wall. And I think in situations like this, seasons like this, it's easy for teams to kind of just go their own way and players go their own way when things get thick and backs against the wall. So again, I didn't see none of that. I didn't experience none of that in the locker room, in practice, on the bus, on the plane, none of that. Guys were still, locked in and understanding what was at stake. Now the wins didn't amount to, it didn't add up to how we was feeling and what we knew. So then again, we didn't get it done, man. It's just not. That's all I can say. We didn't get it done.
Mel, you're talking about the team stayed together with the backs against the wall, but obviously did not perform with your backs against the wall. What was the missing piece, in your opinion, if it wasn't?
Yeah, I don't want to get into that. I don't, it's something that I would have to look at the whole season in totality. Reflect on it, think about it, look at it. I don't have those answers immediately right now. Maybe in next week or something, I'll have that for you. But at this very moment, I don't have those answers.
Yeah. And how do you envision the last three games playing out for you, and how would you like the team kind of play out the last three games?
Oh no, we're gonna play. I mean, I don't know who's gonna play, but we're going out there to play. We're going out there to compete. We're gonna finish where we started, and that's the only way I could look at it, and I can approach it.
Mel, you kind of just touched on this a second ago, but not over the course of an 82-game season, right? Like the goal is to stay as locked in the moment as possible and not think about big picture stuff. But it felt like this team was facing big picture questions basically since the first day of training camp, and a lot of them kind of never got answered.
Yeah.
Was there a weight to that? Do you think over the course of the year that sort of like the questions never really changed, that the sort of tone of stuff in terms of what you guys were trying to figure out was always kind of basically the same for 50, 60 games or something like that?
Yeah, well, the questions was going to come regardless. I mean, the questions going to come. If you look at our roster, those questions was going to be there. And questions about, what we got to do to get it done. Can we get it done? Will we get it done? The pressure was always there. It's just how you respond to that pressure. The pressure of this team being put together, that was pressure, right? So how we was going to respond to that. And again, it comes back to not getting it done. For whatever reason, we didn't get it done. I don't have one reason over another. We just didn't get it done.
Okay.
One of the elements of this team is so many new faces together for the first time. And even 82 games wouldn't necessarily be a ton of time for all those elements to try to fit. Have there been conversations amongst guys in that locker room about like, let's try to run this back, let's try to reconfigure and run this back?
I know it's too soon for that. is if you start thinking like that, then you're already defeated. When you still have games going on and you still got preparation that you have to take care of, and it's hard to think like that. It's easy to think like that, but it's hard to think like that when you still have games going on. You still we was in a battle, our backs up against the wall. So to be thinking about next year or next season or whatever other than getting it done right now, I think that would be selfish for anybody to do that.
Gentleman in the back.
You said that some things you could control, some things were out of your control.
Mm-hmm.
The injuries were out of your control. But what are some of the things that you as a team could have controlled that might have made a difference?
Well, we was out there once playing, so we control that. The way that we play, how we play, how hard we play, the energy, the effort, consistency. Those are things that we can control as players. Now, injuries and things like that, you can't account for. You can't, that part is what it is. But things that we can control is the actual basketball part of this.
Last question, Andy Kamenetsky on Zone.
Hey, Mel, you had mentioned that there's an inherent pressure that just comes with a team being built like this with the type of players that you guys have, those resumes. Even given the amount of experience that you guys have collectively and everything you guys have been through in your careers, how much do you guys, I guess, sort of feel that pressure? Or, is it something that you can sense even with everything you've been through in your career?
Honestly, me personally, it's hard for me to feel it, because I try not to indulge in the day-to-day hoopla of it. I've been around too long to allow myself to, emotionally to be up and down during the season every single day after every game. I deal with things the way I deal with it on my time in my own space. But other than that, man, it's hard to. I don't think nobody's thinking about that. I don't think nobody was giving up. I don't think nobody was thinking about what could be next season. Some people deal with pressure differently. We can't run from the fact that there was a lot of expectations for us this season. So you can't run away from that. But me personally, as far as the pressure goes, it's there. It was there the minute that this team put together. So it was just a matter of us embracing that pressure. Now everybody individually deals with pressure different, as I said, but I try to stay away from it. I try to not read it. I don't avoid it, but I don't read it. I don't listen to it. Do my job, come to work every day, be professional, do what I got to do to help this team, so I don't have to feel that pressure.
Thanks.
Thank you.